Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Future Trading with Mike. Today is Saturday, August the 20th. And yes, I got a topic at hand. It is not a trading day. I'm not doing any trading because the markets are closed, guys. You guys already know that. But before we jump into this actual topic, I'm going to go ahead and throw the topic out there. And the topic is, yes. At one point in my life, when I first started, maybe 2 years into trading, I actually thought about throwing in the towel. I was going to quit trading because certain reasons, okay? And I'm going to discuss those things, okay? Until something actually happened and it was game changing. Things changed the way or the course of the path of how I was actually trading, you know? And it opened up a door for opportunity for me. And when that door opened, it clicked. As I always tell you guys, it will click at some point or another if you are taking and following the right path to learn how to trade and making sure you understand and learning the core concepts, okay? But before we get started into that, I always want to thank those who have currently subscribed to the channel, to all the subs who have clicked on that red button, that subscribe button, and joined the team here at Future Trading with Mike. Thank you for doing so, guys. If you are a newcomer and you are a new viewer watching the channel today, thank you for doing so. However you found the channel, maybe it popped up in your recommended section. I'm not sure, but thank you for watching the video. I am a price action trader. I pretty much live record my sessions each morning and post them to the channel here. So there's about 300 videos on the channel now where you can go back and watch how I trade, the strategy I trade, and maybe pick up some pointers that will help you out in your own trading. But I'm not an instructor. I'm not an educator, but you know, we have a solid community that has been built around, you know, me pretty much providing content. And a lot of people have shared their own comments and said, man, you really helped me. You know, you changed things for me in the way I see trading. You know, it's the way you present, you know, and put forth the content or the information you provided on the channel has really been a game changer for a lot of people, you know. And I appreciate that, guys. I really do. I thank you guys for leaving the comments and leaving, you know, direct messages, whether it's on Discord or comments on YouTube, whatever the case is. I appreciate that. I just want to be able to help people and reach across wherever, I don't know, across the waters. It could be another state, another city, whatever it is, and be able to provide information that may be valuable enough to bring someone out the closet. When I say that, I mean open up a door or opportunity to where someone may feel stuck. And maybe it will, you know, open their mind up a little bit and their eyes to be able to see trading from a different perspective, I say, okay? But without further ado, if you are a newcomer, please subscribe today to the channel, guys. We have some great things going on here in the community. We have a Discord community that you can actually join. I'll show you that now. We have, I don't know, 240 members here in the Discord, and the community was set up for future traders, guys. Doesn't matter if you trade the ES, doesn't matter if you trade the NASDAQ, the Dow, crude, it doesn't matter, the 6E, grains, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. But as long as you're a future trader and, you know, you are looking to join a solid community to where you can, you know, pretty much feel part of something and converse with other fellow like-minded traders within a community that trade futures, you know, join the community. All you have to do is find the link down in the description portion of this video, click on it, and invite yourself in free of charge, okay? Each and every morning, traders, even myself, we get on here, we talk about certain trading levels, we share ideas and thoughts about the markets. It's a question. If you got a question, it's like a question and answer type forum as well. It is a solid community, and it's a friendly community that you can join and seek information, okay? So, we welcome you in. If you're a newcomer, just find the link to the description, find the link to the Discord down in the description portion of the video below, okay? As well, if you want to become a loyal channel subscriber, I'm sorry, guys, a member here on the channel, you can also join one of the membership tiers. We have 2 membership tiers. All you have to do is, if you go to the home page, Future Trader with Mike, or any video within the channel, Future Trader with Mike, click on the join button. If you click on that, you can join one of the tiers, okay? It's a membership perks reward program pretty much, to where there's 2 tiers. There's the loyal channel supporter tier you see here, and the elite channel members, okay? Now, the elite channel members, you do get everything, you know, that you find in the loyal channel supporter, plus additional perks, okay? And one of the biggies, I think, the reason why a lot of people sign up for the elite channel members, pretty much everybody signed up for that who signed up for currently, you know, sign up for right now, is because they get the exclusive member-only videos, meaning exclusive content that is not posted or made public here on the channel. And most of that is surrounding the way I trade, meaning I go into detail, trade breakdowns, go into, great detail about each one of my trades. So, you kind of get the inside view or, understanding of my thought process as I'm actually, taking that trade, so it help clear up answers and questions like, because a lot of people question me or send me messages saying, why did you take that trade from that area? Or, what were you thinking when you took that trade, as far as like, what inspired you to take that trade at that particular level, whatever the case is. I trade supply and demand. So you get the full inside thought process of why I'm taking certain trades, whatever the case is. And in the video, as you'll see, I don't have a problem showing with the accumulation of how much I, tick-wise, how much I accumulate my ticks each day, or whatever the case is. Because I always have a saying, I believe you should be green each day and not red, okay? That's the thing about being consistent in trading, is that be profitable each and every day. I'm not saying you want to have a losing trade, or and all that comes with trade management. Understanding how to, man, so much I want to say. It's coming out so quick. Look, trade management is extremely important. People trade each and every day, and I think the biggest thing is that when they take losses, they take big losses. You have to be able to understand where to cap that loss at, And I talk about that in so many videos, as far as, where you should possibly put your stop at. Yes, I don't put a hard stop because I trade supply and demand. I know what the market makers are trying to do. But just understand this. Understand this one thing. When I take my trades, I already know the moment I get into my trades where I need to get out of it. And it's always at an area of a supporting swing. Okay? So whether that's when you're taking a trade at an area of supply or resistance above, or demand or support below, there's always a support and swing on a pullback to where I enter my trades at, and I know at the moment the price breaks below that area supporting swing, I'm out that trade, okay? Because the market makers like to move a certain way, okay? And that's for a totally different topic, okay? So, yes, you can see me and people say, man, you profit each and every day. That's the key. I even show in my videos, where I take, where I have some slippage or get into a trade and a few ticks lost, whatever the case is, because I know where to get out at, guys. And once you have done this for 10 plus years, you're going to know. You're going to know before you should know the moment you get into that trade where to get in and where to get out at. And if you're struggling with that, then you're not going to be consistent and you're not ready yet, okay? But yes, if you're interested in joining the membership tier, guys, or either one of the tiers, and supporting the channel for the price of a cup of coffee, please do so, okay? All you have to do is click on the join button either on the home page or in any video here on the channel, and you can become either a loyal channel supporter, where there's a few perks you get there, or you can click on the elite channel members, where you get everything included in the first tier, plus the inside scoop or exclusive video content of me breaking down, doing my trade breakdowns about covering each one of my trades, okay, or covering the trades that I take within the live recorded sessions, okay. All right, so I think it's, you're getting a lot of information, you're getting a lot of valuable content, especially with me just kind of going into detail, breaking down my trades, and so you can get a full understanding of the way I actually trade, and it probably will help you out in your own trading. Okay, now switching gears back, getting to the topic of what I want to talk about today, and that was the time from the beginning of when I thought about throwing in the towel to trading. Okay, I thought about giving it completely up. All right, and just just focusing and sticking with what I was doing career-wise, and because it became a struggle, it became difficult, and I got tired of losing money. But like I told you guys before, I wasn't one to be losing a bunch of money and throwing a bunch of money into an account and then kind of losing it or blowing accounts, things like that. The stories I hear about that people tell over and over again about, man, I blew my account, I blew $10,000, $20,000, $50,000, whatever it is. That wasn't me. I traded with small size amounts, whatever the case is, and I wasn't leveraging up to some crazy amount or whatever it is, and I wasn't rolling dice, okay. Because I wasn't consistent my first 2 years into trading, I did make some money, and then I lost money, and I made some money. But I think that was kind of everybody's hurdle, the process that we go through and learning to trade. And everyone shouldn't have to go through that. And that's the reason why I started making these videos, was to kind of help people along, and so they can understand my struggle from the beginning and the things that I struggle with. So maybe, if you're struggling with the same types of situations or roadblocks, or you're hitting against a brick wall, Maybe you're relating. Maybe me explaining what I went through, maybe kind of curve you from going in the same direction or whatever the case is. But yeah, it was difficult for me. I was going to throw in the towel because the simple fact is that I just could not grasp the concept of, I believe it was, more so reading market structure. I had a hard time doing that. And you know what? Back then, it was more so like a red light, green light thing for me because I was trading with a lot of indicators. I was simply following a, I don't even really want to say it was an actual strategy in a sense that it was, but I was more so depending on indicators. Red light, green light type stuff. If this happens and this indicator is doing this, then I should enter. When I was getting into those trades, I was getting in on the back end of the trades, halfway through a move, and I wasn't able to, make money. I'd be up a little bit in the trade, and then the market was, that move would finish out and then pull back. Because we all know how the market moves. It either pushes up, pulls back, pushes up, pulls back. Same thing. Because it's forming swings, It's forming swings on the way up. Same thing coming down, pushing down, pulling back. So I would either be halfway into the move or at the end of the move, and then it would always bite me in the rear. And people ask this question all the time. I get into a trade, I'm not a question, they always say this to me, they make these statements. I get into a trade, it moves up in my direction, and then it pulls back on me, and then I'm stopped out, whatever the case is. That's because you're not looking, that's because you're getting in the wrong opportunity, at the wrong point. The opportunity of where you're taking that trade from, yeah, you got into a trade and was probably, rejecting a certain area and going to test a certain area, but you got into it too late. And I always talk about getting in, making money in this business is all about your point of entry, okay? And you got to be precise, accurate, however you want to say it, in trading, because if you do not get in at the right time, okay, the market will pull back, and then you may have a tight stop loss. It stops you out. So you must understand where to put that stop loss at the moment you get into a trade, especially as beginners. If you're trading with stop losses, you must understand where to put it at and give yourself some room, because the market makers, they know what people are putting in stops at, and they're going to run your stop. I call it shopping for stops, okay? But I was going to throw the towel in because the simple fact is that I was trading the wrong way. And I didn't figure that out until 2 years into almost 2 years into actually my trading. And then after my 2-year mark, I started to become consistent, and that was strictly because I started doing more research, and I came across supply and demand. And when I came across supply and demand, it was a game changer for me. The thrones, the doors, everything opened up. Everything, the doors to the castle opened up. I was able to turn that key and be golden from that day going that day forward. But still, with supply and demand, I started to understand how to trade supply and demand. I started to understand what supply and demand was. And I started really looking back at my charts. And someone had said to me, the best way to trade? They said, trade from a naked chart. Take everything off your charts, okay? Start from a clean slate, fresh. Start fresh from the beginning. Remove everything and trade pure price action. And I still struggled with that for a while. You know why? Because it was market structure that I did not understand. I had a hard time reading what the markets had done. And I was not really looking at things from a higher time frame and then kind of, scaling down. I was just trading off really pretty much 2 charts, which I still do today, but I kind of pair my charts up together. But I wasn't really following the trend or the direction of a higher time frame and using my strategy, trading in the direction of the higher time frame. So when I figured out, and did research about supply and demand, my next approach was really trying to figure out how to trade supply and demand using a strategy. So that's where I went to trading from a naked chart. But I still had to go back and understand market structure, because without understanding market structure, I would have, back then I didn't know which way to actually trade. If the market was making higher highs and higher lows and breaking through structure at certain levels, then I should have been trading my long positions, right? And the same thing in the flip side, the market was pushing down to the downside, making lower lows and lower highs and lower lows. Breaking structure to the downside, I should be following trend and following suit. We're looking for opportunities to trade on pullbacks on a lower time frame, following the higher time frame. But I didn't, because I didn't understand. I wasn't able to grasp the concept. Hey, look at the higher time frame, trade in confluence with the higher time frame, trade in the direction of the higher time frame when you're looking for interest off of a lower time frame chart. I didn't do that, okay? So there was just so many hurdles that I had to get over, jump through or jump over to get to where I was, where I'm at today to become successful and profitable in trading. No, I'm not a swing trader. No, I'm not a position style trader, whatever the case is. I day trade, I scalp each and every day. All right. Scalps can be for a few ticks to several points. Okay. Whatever the case is. But, I struggled in my struggles and actually in my journey in trading beginning caused me to really like shut down. I started to become, frustrated and tired and just mentally drained to the point to where it was like I was putting so much time. It was almost like as if I was putting more time into my actual trading than I was actually my job that was actually, providing a source of income for me, because trading wasn't providing a source of income. So I was getting burnt out and I was just ready to throw the towel in and just go back to what I was doing. Well, just shift my mind back 100% on what I was doing, because at that point in my life, the first 2 years in trading, I just had this thing on the inside of me that was like geared more so like I'm ready to stop this 9 to 5 job and jump into trading. I can make this work. But trading was the most one of the most stressful things that I've ever tackled in my life. But once it eventually unlocked for me, and I was able to understand market structure and trade price action from a purely naked chart and be consistent with it and make money each and every day, it was game changing for me. From that day forward, a little shortly after 2 years, everything just like it opened up, and it was just like I was able to look to the sky and say, I'm ready. I felt that feeling on the inside of me that just told me you're ready. I was, when I became consistent several months into my trading. But it wasn't until I learned, and understood how to trade market structure, understood market structure and trade price action from a naked chart that I was really able to be, profitable and become profitable. But it all came about once I fully understood and supply and demand, because to me, supply and demand is where is more so if you pay attention to and go back and kind of do back tests and look at your charts. Most times, the powers to be, I call them, that push and pull the markets, they bring price back, they suck price back or move price back to an area to where aggressive buying or selling came out of. So I like to look for those areas, what's called supply and demand. Where lots of traders or lots of positions were transactions had taken place, orders had been put on in areas where it could be a big swing and lots of buying opportunity came out of, or lots of selling opportunity came out of. So I like for price to kind of suck itself back down to those areas, because those were key levels or key areas to where, like I just said, where aggressive buying or selling took place. But yeah, when I understood supply and demand and everything kind of came together. Market structure. All right, I got that piece down pat now. Trading from a naked chart. And being able to read price action. Price action is key. I mean, it's important. And the supply and demand way of trading or style of trading, and I kind of put my own twist to coming up with my own little strategy of how to trade it. Once I started doing that, it took some time, and I was able to be consistent, and things changed for me. It was a game-changing experience for me, and that's when I became profitable each and every day, pretty much. I was still taking baby steps to get to where I want to be, and not, putting too much money on the table when it came to, risk management is important in trading, and it should be definitely part of your trading plan as well. But one thing I didn't do for sure was I didn't go cold turkey, meaning I didn't just like jump outside the box and quit my job to start trading. Okay, I thought about it, yes I did, but I didn't do it at the time, because I wasn't silly in the mind and thinking like, well, if I do this, then if I fail at trading and this doesn't work out, you can always go back if that job takes you back, right? Or you may have to find something else new to get into. But you don't ever get into something or start something without fully and leave where you were at before, or was providing an income for you to jump into something new without it fully working. So I didn't stop my job. I didn't quit my job. I stayed with it until the point to where I was able to become successful in trading, and eventually things started to, it quickly unfolded for me, because when it came to a income standpoint, I started seeing that I was making more money trading each day than working, 9 to 5, whatever the case is, the job I had. So that's when I slowly started saying to myself, okay, maybe it's now time. Maybe it's time now that I fully am able to grasp trading and I can do this full time. And I took that leap of faith and never looked back, and it worked out. But I do understand that everybody's situation is different, and you can actually work a full-time job and still trade. There's the markets are open 24 hours a day pretty much when it comes to Monday through Friday, whatever the case is. So you got different sessions you can actually trade. So some people may decide to trade part-time and continue to work the full-time job. They may love what they actually do full-time, working somewhere, whatever the case is, or maybe you run another business that you personally own, and then you also you like to day trade as well, or trade in the evening time. Nothing wrong with that. So everybody's situation is different. It's just, to me, I love the idea of being able to learn something that will provide me the opportunity to be able to work from my own environment, as well as not have to spend 8, 10, 9, 10 hours a day doing it, and still be able to spend time with family and do the things I love. So basically, it was to make the same amount of money I was making before, and more, and still be able to enjoy the time that I have, in my life, whatever the case is. But everybody's situation is different. You just have to figure it out on your own. But I know that everybody who's watching these videos and as part of the community, we're all on the same page, is that we want to, we want to trade. We want to be successful. We want to be profitable, and you guys will be. Trust me. It takes time, and we all have a story to tell. At the end of the day, you will have a story to tell to someone else. I promise you that. Through maybe the struggles you went through. But I don't want my stories that I'm trying to put together and air out here to the community, those that are watching. It's more so to not say vent, but more so to kind of provide information that will maybe, like I said from the beginning, curve you guys from going on the same path that I did. So just educate yourself on really how to trade the correct way, and learn the concepts. It wasn't until somebody said, you really can learn how to trade. If you really want to learn how to trade, you got a clean slate, wash your mind of everything that you may have picked up on, been watched, a video on, or someone trying to teach you, and take everything off your charts. Understand market structure and price action, and then once you be able to do that, trade a naked chart, because you'll be able to read. It's like reading a roadmap in a sense. Like when you look at the charts and they're naked, it's like being able to follow price and understanding there's somebody that's moving this market and understand the moves that are taking place. But as you see the ebbs and flows of the market, you're able to read the market, and that's called price action. Being able to understand price action and read it, and when you're able to do that, then and become consistent with that, just purely looking from a naked chart, it will unfold. Having too much on your chart, all those different indicators, to me was clutter, and it was causing me to take late entries, not getting in and execute my trades at the right points. And like I told you guys before, to me, indicators are lagging unless they're like the level 2 indicators, coming straight off, the time of sales, those type things. Everything else to me is just lagging. Now, I'm not saying that, I'm not going to bash any indicator. I'm not saying certain indicators may not help as far as keeping you in the direction of the market, whatever the case is. But I just took everything off my charts and traded pure price action for a while. And still to this day, I trade pure price action. The only thing you see on my charts is volume profile and cumulative delta. Outside of that, in the lines where I'm marked, there's those lines you see on my chart. That's just lines that I move around just to, in my videos, to give you guys reference of areas that I'm looking to possibly trade from if I get a rejection. But yeah, that's my story behind pretty much, the time that, well, I know I talked about this before, but I want to go in a little bit more detail about, I actually thought about just quitting trading. I really did. I thought about quitting trading, and I've never been one to really quit much of anything in life because, like I said before, if somebody else can do it, then I can do it. You can do it. It doesn't, you know, it's just, it's all about putting your mind to it. That's what, you know, where it stood with me. You know, it's just putting your mind to it, putting in the time, putting in, you know, doing the research, and you could do just as great as anyone else. So, but we all have a journey and we all have a story to tell, and that's the purpose of, you know, when it comes to learning how to trade is, or anything in life. You know, it just doesn't happen overnight. We got to take a certain path, and in that path we learn, and that learning process develops a story that we can actually, you know, that may help someone else out. And that's why I'm sitting here making these type of videos and providing this content, because I want to be able to help and give back and kind of circumvent the process of which people, the long process in which people would naturally take in learning to trade. I'm kind of letting you know the things that you really need, the important parts that you really need to understand and to trade in, and pick up that information from, you know, read that content, get that information from somewhere that's going to build the foundation, the basis of which you need to stand on to trade, okay, to learn how to trade correctly. So, you know, because I learned the long way, I learned the hard way in a sense, and some of you guys may have learned even the harder way than I have, because some of you may have lost a lot of money in trying to learn a trade. But like I told you, I say this over and over again, I mean, not everything you read out there or see out there on the internet or in a book or whatever the case is showing you the correct way. I mean, a lot of it could be just fluff that people are trying to sell you, and I'm not here to BS anyone. You know, there are the goods and then there's the bad. So you have to kind of weed through that information, and that's what I'm here kind of trying to provide you guys. So, but there are some good books down in the description portion of the video if you're simply trying to learn how to, you know, trade supply and demand, or around supply and demand, as well as learn market structure and price action, you know, volume analysis and things like that. There's some good books that I put down in the description portion of this video. But I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up, guys. I just want to talk to you a little bit about, yes, you know, if you felt like you wanted to possibly, or feel like right now that you want to quit trading, just simply ask yourself, you know, have you really spent the time to really understand the concepts and learn the concepts of how to trade correctly? Do you fully understand market structure? Do you fully understand how to read the market when it comes to price action? You know, do you really have a solid strategy that you put in place that's going to really, or has, you know, that will put you in a position to be profitable? Maybe you're scratching your head and it's just, you know, because like, you know, just like me, it's like trying to learn so much information, and it was just so confusing and frustrating, and it was just cloudy to me. You gotta take it step by step, piece by piece, and it's like putting a puzzle together, and eventually it will click. But anyways, I just want to leave you guys with that information today, and hope you find some value in the content. And I'll see you guys next week on Monday as we get rock and roll into the new week of the markets, trading the future markets. And that's all I have for you guys today. Take care. See you in the next one.